All right, we are back. We're finally back. Welcome back to another episode of the LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. Listen, it's been quite a struggle because I've switched software. I was first streaming this podcast on StreamYard. I've switched to EV Mux, and here I am. So what's up, y'all? Listen, shout out to everybody that came out. Yo, we are here. We are in the building, man, and I'm here now. First of all, I want to thank from the bottom of my heart everybody that came out to check me out in Atlanta at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. We had a great packed show. I've been putting up clips of that show. Show sold out. I had four shows. Two shows were light on Friday. We had a 7 o'clock and a 10 o'clock show on Friday. Pretty light. But the Saturday shows, everybody pulled up on your boy. And it was such a blessing. And look, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you. As you guys know, I'm doing this 100% solo, and I'm pulling all of this out of the mud. This is not a thing of me being under somebody. I don't post pics with people that are more famous with me for clout. We see that often. A lot of guys post a lot of these niggas is bitch ass niggas, and they post pictures of niggas that are more famous than them for clout. But what they don't understand is they become a character in the guy who is more famous than them. You're just a character in his show, in his movie, and you will not advance. And that's just facts. As a Virgo, I have to be totally transparent and honest in saying that you're not going to win. You have to put your hands in the mud as he's done. That guy that's bigger than you, like if you're a guy on the road and you're a young guy, I don't knock you. I don't. I opened for Ricky Smiley. I opened for a lot of great comedians earlier in my career. But when you get older and you're 20 years in and you're opening for the IG Act, you're opening for that IG Act and you want the short term money. Listen, you're building no equity in your career. You don't believe in yourself. And that's okay because everybody doesn't believe in in themselves, and you're losing, and that's okay. But I've opted out of that program. I've opted into the program. I want to deal with people that love me. If you love me and you support my movement, I'm going to deal with you. And I don't care if that's one person. It could be one person that I go to every club to, and it's one person that shows up. That gives me more value than showing up on another nigga's show with 20,000 people, where I get a short term check and I'm not building equity in my own career because I don't believe in myself. And that's what a lot of you are doing. And to that, I say, do what you will, because this is about a thinking process. And I have a son. I can't move like that. I don't give a fuck. You don't want me on Marquee Bill, and fuck you, right? You talking to a guy with a doctorate degree that came from an underserving public high school on the south side of Chicago. So I'm willing to bang my head against the wall and bust my head and bleed out to my own detriment. And that's what it is. So shout out to all of you for pulling up. I'm just happy to be back here. This new software is cool. Hopefully, you guys can see me, you can understand me. I can even bring up some of the comments. I'm gonna show some comments. People are actually talking here. Let's show some of those. Can we show them? Is that? I don't know. Whoever's showing comments, I'm new to this particular software, but it's all love. and I appreciate each and every one of you. I recently performed at Atlanta Comedy Theater. I had a show September 29th to the 30th, and two shows the 29th and two shows the 30th. It was a super busy week because there was so much going on. They had a week prior to that week, we had Beyonce. The week of my show, Drake and 21 Savage pulled up and they sucked money out of the city Monday and Tuesday. During my week also was the A3C festival. And also my big brother Dion Cole was at the Roxy. He was at the Roxy. So me being a lower tier act, I don't sell hella tickets. I believe I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? Like I know my mission, I know my assignment. But I had a great show, and I want to just, from the bottom of my heart, once again, thank each and every person that came out to my show in Norcross at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Shout out to you all. That is an air horn for all of you guys. It was a great experience. I even got emotional. I got emotional during that set because I had just wanted to really thank people on my journey because everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, I can't do this without you guys. I really can't. And you all mean so much to me, and you're a very important part of my journey. So shout out to all of you that supported that. Um, so I want to start this show off, and we're going to get into a couple of things. I have a couple of topics that I wrote down. First topic of the day is Drake's new album. Also, I want to continuously show everybody that's commenting commenting here. Uh, Andrea Lindsay, shout out to you. Who else we got? Travis Allen, thank you for welcoming me back. Bill Hathaway, shout out to you. Thank you so much, guys. All of you guys have showed so much love throughout the entirety of this, and also I switched this software because I really wanted me to be able to come through clear with a little bit more quality. I just want to add value to this situation. So shout out to all of you for tuning in once again. Uh so we're gonna start off the top of this show. I want to say that I had to have a colonoscopy this weekend. I know Google says that I'm 65 and I go with it, but I'm actually 46. And I had to have a colonoscopy. And which is very important. So if you are my age, 45 all the way to 50, and you're a brother, it's very important that you go get that colonoscopy done. The colonoscopies can cut down uh, colon cancer by about 50 to 75%. They can identify it and find it before it gets too bad and you check out. So, all of my brothers, all of my sisters, please go and get that colonoscopy, especially when you're almost hitting 50 and it's time to go get it. So I went and had that done. Before I had that done, they sent me a kit. I had to pretty much clean out my colon. The kit consisted of a Miralax, which is PEG 3350. And basically that's just saying it's an osmotic which draws water into the colon to help you flush out. They gave me Gatorade. I had to mix it with the Gatorade and just literally flush myself out. And I went to the hospital. They put me to sleep. They put me to sleep with what's called propofol. And I call that the Michael Jackson because that's what Michael Jackson primarily killed himself on, or that's what he had to go to sleep with every night, which is a very, very powerful substance. It's an anesthesia substance that put him to sleep. And they put me on that and they went up in me and checked me out. They found three polyps. And a polyp is a precancerous uh, growth inside of the colon. So they were able to cut all three of those out, which means if I didn't go, right? If I didn't go at 50 years of age, I got the big belly. And a lot of you brothers with these big bellies, you want to wear your small t shirt, you're dying on the inside. Literally, I'm not playing. Go get your colonoscopy. If you're over 50 and you have that big belly, that should be of concern to you because that means there's a possibility that those polyps have grown out of control and the cell count on those have increased to a rate where you could possibly die. So I want to just be an advocate for all my brothers and sisters. Make sure you go get those colonoscopies and check yourself out. Clean that colon out. Let them take a look at you. So basically, the procedure consisted of, my wife had to drive me down. They put me to sleep with the propofol. Well, of course, they have to talk to you. You have to talk to your anesthesiologist. You have to talk to your physician. They put you down. They turn you on your side and they go up your ass with a scope. And they go through the large intestine all the way up to the small intestine to try to identify everything they can. And it is helpful. They cut those polyps out. Now, when my primary physician first told me that I needed to go, it was cool. I said, let's go. The gastroenterologist that cut those polyps out and actually did the inspection had sent me pictures of himself. Basically just him smiling. I would get emails and I would get pictures of the doctor. He's a very, very large man with big hands. I believe he used to play football, and he shoved a rod up my ass to check me out. So shout out to him. I'm non-cancerous, but I want to be an advocate for this. So brothers and sisters, please, please go get that. So let's just transition now. We're gonna go into Drake's new album. Drake has a new album out called "For All the Dogs." I listened to it. Uh, Pretty cool album. Has Drake done better work? Absolutely. I love some of his previous works. His album before that was incredible. With Rick Ross with the lemon pepper wings, and what was the name of Drake's album previous to this? I can't think of the name, but he really killed it. But I'm going to look that name up now since I am live streaming. Let's look at that name up of that last album. Popular releases, and it was Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover Boy was a classic. This particular album is okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna give it a A. I'm gonna give it definitely a B plus. It's just okay. It felt rushed. It felt like an album where he just wanted to make this a part of his deal or his contract, and he went through with it. I don't understand the Sexy Red collaboration when you have Nicki Minaj ready to do a collaboration with you. I don't even think Sexy Red is a part of Young Money. I believe you should have done absolutely a Nicki Minaj collab. Uh, the whole Sexy Red spectacle, to me, it seems like a scene from They Clone Tyrone, where they're pushing this young lady on us. We don't know why, but it's quite poisonous. I mean, whenever you have a song saying, my pee is pink and my beehole is brown, and that's supposed to somehow be genius, I feel as if you could be some type of industry plant. And also, too, recently in the news, Kanye West had called out Cardi B for being an industry plant. And I can't disagree. We're in a time where talent doesn't matter. And I've had this conversation with several people. I'm happy to see Black people make money. My brothers and sisters that are making money, if you claim to be a comedian or a rapper, if you're able to enrich your family and make money and help people, I applaud you. However, I understand that you have a lack of talent. And I also understand that in this day and age of 2023, that talent no longer means anything. It just doesn't. As a comic, and being primarily an old school comic, I'm accepting of that. Talent talent doesn't doesn't mean much to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with it, but it's not a thing of where's the end all be all. If you're gonna get into the entertainment business, the the biggest thing for you is to have a business plan and to be able to execute that plan. Being funny or being able to sing, it no longer means anything. Then the suits that were once in power, these people that were in power, these gatekeepers, they no longer have any type of power. So, as me as a comedian, I have to push out massive amounts of content, side by side videos, making you guys laugh, skits, or and all of those things. And that's just pretty much what it is. You know, I'm not mad at the game. I love the game. But right now, I have to go take a tinkle. So give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. What are you gonna say?
And my dad's going to take a tinkle. I just want to say that LeBron James is the greatest of all time. And I bet you have to guess. Tinkle. Tinkle. LeBron James is the best ever. LeBron James is the best ever. I'm just saying the truth. LeBron James.
Okay, that's cool. All right. And look, guys, what I'm talking about, shout out, thank you, son, for filling in for me as I went to the restroom. But like I'm saying, it's not a knock to any guys, any creator. I understand, you know what I'm saying, but we're just in a different time. People don't really care about talent. It's just about clout. This is about who has the most followers and popularity. And I've accepted that and I'm very objective to it and I understand. I don't believe that funny even matters anymore and it's okay. It's okay. There's no hate in my heart and we're going to keep on keeping on. And also, let me update my banner. I'm going to update this banner real quick. And hey, LaVar, glad you back with the podcast. I've been Visiting your website looks pretty damn good, brother. Thank you, Bill Hathaway. Thank you. I'm gonna update this banner that's ticking because I'm gonna be at I will be at Tommy T's um in Pleasanton, California. I'm gonna be there October 13th to 15th, and I want you guys to come out and get those tickets. Let me see. Live at Tommy T's, October 13th to 15th. Get ticks at LaVarWalker.com/tour. Let me see. Tour dates. Let me see if I can. Hopefully that'll show. The hell. All right, there we go. So there we go. You guys will see that scrolling across the screen. I'm gonna be at Tommy T's. I'll be at Tommy T's in Pleasanton, California, October 13th to the 15th. And we're gonna move along. We're gonna move along in this live stream with this new. And listen, guys, give me some comments. Let's see what's going on in these comments real quick. Andrea Lindsay says, "Hey King." Shout out to Andrea Lindsay. What else we got here? I've been waiting on the podcast. I appreciate you, Patrick Deshawn. That's very good. Thank you so much, brother. Uh, I had to pee. I'm sorry. It's a ew. Shout out to the OG country boy, Bill Hathaway. I am over 50, but I told Google I am 35. Okay, cool. Well, this is cool. We don't have a lot of people in here watching this, but it's okay. For those of you who are, shout out. And I'm going to move down. I want to talk about festivals. You guys have been seeing a lot of festivals. Earn Your Leisure Festival, Revolt Festival, A3C Festival. There have been a lot of festivals, and this shit is the new hustle. Festivals are the new hustle. This is a hustle to where you guys are paying $500 to $600 in tickets to watch people who you have already seen online tell you the same shit that they say online, but for whatever reason you want to see them in person and you want to watch them. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal to say the least. That you guys are doing this. I'm not mad. To those who are profitable off of it, cool. But a lot of you are dumb. Okay, you can get if I have to speak to the people on this shit, and I have to be 100. You want to learn how to be a real estate owner. You want to learn how to be a real estate seller. You want to learn how to make a media company. All the shit is on YouTube. Paying $1,000 or $700 to go sit in front of these people to tell you the exact same shit that they told you on YouTube. It's ridiculous now. You don't have to do that. Whatever you want to do, you can buy books, you can buy audibles. I don't read a lot of books. I do audibles. But you can do all of this on YouTube with a fraction of the cost. Now, if you want to get fucked, go ahead. I don't knock you. Go pay the money. Let them tell you, you paid for school. You got a student loan. So you need to come pay the $1,500 for us. Go do it. If you're a sucker, pay your money. Go be a sheep and be taken advantage of by the wolves. I think we're in an interesting time where we don't really have a lot of self accountability. Uh, if you are letting a nigga call you a king and a queen and telling you you don't need a job or any income to buy a 22 unit apartment building and you give up that money, you fucked yourself. And when you realize that you fucked yourself, that's empowering. Okay? Because you learn from that. If we continuously hold each other's hands and we continuously have a victim mentality, because a large majority of these people are being taken advantage of by people that look like them, that's when we lose. Have accountability. Okay? You're not going to get the fucking 22 or 30 unit apartment building with no income and no job. And if you do, it's not going to work out. And I'm saying this from experience because I got suckered in a real estate deal and I still hold that deal to this day. And I hold that deal to this day because I have elderly black people there that I want to see win. And I'm willing, even at a loss, that I'm suffering at this particular loss, I'm going to make sure that they are okay. But I hold responsibility and self accountability for those decisions that I made. And if each of us does that, we will be better off. Let's stop this bullshit about pointing fingers. When you point the finger at yourself, there is nothing more empowering, period. And this is not me trying to be a coon or like any of that shit. But there's nothing more empowering than pointing the finger at self. Do you understand? So we're gonna keep going. Thank you. You said a joke about Jesus is genius. I really appreciate that. Patrick Deshawn, I've been waiting on the podcast. Thank you, brother. But we've been here for about 30 minutes. And with this new system, which I'm happy with, what are you doing? Are you running, son? Okay, my son is running in the corner. I'm just in this room. Um, and this is it. So we're here. Let me see how many we got on each platform. We got 5. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. We got 13 people on my Facebook fan page, and we'll end up running it back again. But shout out to you all. The next thing I want to get into is this guy, Keefe D. Keefe D, uh, I don't know if you've been watching media, but Keefe D has been in the media. Keefe D was in the car when Tupac was killed. He didn't shoot the gun that killed Tupac, but he was in the car with 3 other assailants as they were gunning Tupac down. And Keefe D, all 3 other assailants are now they're now deceased, but Keefe D for the last 5 or 6 years had gone on a podcast talking about this murder. He had written books talking about this murder. So Keefe D is now Keefe fucking dumb. And you're gonna rot in fucking prison. And you're gonna rot for clout. And I hope that the clout holds you in its arms. And I hope you're warm every night. Because then you're gonna have other inmates that are trying you, slapping you, taking your food, and you're in your 60s. What you gonna do with a 22-year-old? Full of testosterone, full of vigor. What you gonna do with him? Nothing. You gonna take that shit because you did it for fucking clout. You killed another black man. You involved in killing another black man, and you want to go on Vlad TV. You want to go on Vlad. You want to go on every fucking outlet, and you want to tell these people how this went down. And with all the three of your other assailants dead, now you have to pay the price. And I hope that this price holds you warm in that jail cell, because you're going to have people to try you. They're going to slap you. It's going to be a lot of shit to go down. And it goes back to my analogy of niggas and flies. Whenever you out on your backyard or your patio, flies come around while you eating your food. And then you put up a blue light, this big, bright blue light. When you put out that blue light, it protects you from the flies, because the flies tend to fly into that light and they die. They die in the fucking light. And as you're sitting there eating and you hear the zaps, zip, zip, zip from each fly, you scratch your head and go, why do they keep flying into the light? Is there a wise fly that says, hey, don't go into the light, you're going to die? But the fly that's going to die looks to the wise fly and he says, man, the light is warm and it's bright, and I'm willing to risk my life to die in that light. And Keefe D, aka Keefe fucking Dumb, is a fly that flew into the fucking light. And now Keefe D, aka Keefe Dumb, will spend the rest of his life inside of the light. And I hope that it comforts him. I hope it does. We cannot continuously blame Vlad TV for these men, these grown ass men with children that show up every day to tell on themselves. I have no empathy for you, sir. You did it to you. You did it to you. Nobody held a gun to your head and said, tell me what's going on. If there's a police station with an interrogation room, I would tell those police stations, decorate your room as a Vlad TV studio, because nobody is forcing these niggas to go on these podcasts or these platforms. They do it themselves. And when they do it, they don't care about interviewing with a black host. They don't give a fuck. So let them perish and let them hold and own their L's. Own that shit. And quit. And to black people that are calling out Vlad and talking shit, don't do that. Let them niggas hold their L's, because they're doing it to themselves. Self-empowerment is key. I don't know where we lost that at. Self-empowerment. Nobody made them do it. They did it themselves. So I'm going to end this podcast. I want to say thank you to all of you that showed up. And let's go over some. See, I just started watching We Go Live, and I love it. Thank you, brother. Let me see. The joke about Jesus is genius. Long time. What I miss, I love. Shout out to Fatima. And I guess that's it. Shout out to Brody Claus, one of the funniest people I've seen. Really good. So, did you guys enjoy this live stream? Let me know if you enjoyed it. We will be back Monday. I think I finally figured this out. We're gonna be back Monday, and we'll make it happen. Let's see who we got in here. Okay. YouTube and Facebook. Shout out to you guys. And that's it. So I'm just about to end it right now. And that's it. So thank you all for tuning in. And that's the end of our show. This has been another episode of LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. Be sure you tune in and thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you again. My name is LaVar Walker.